Now, from learning how to self-pamper within the comfort of your home to learning how to take the best self-portrait, as you can see, we're all about working on our image this morning. And self-portraits, you know, are really just very important. You may need them for your CV when applying for a job, to post on social media, or even set up your dating profile. Now, Grant is here to help us create the best self-portraits that we can. And your feed is like giving me so much life. So
I'm glad you think that. Like, self-portraits are one of my favorite ways of taking photos, and I never really embraced it, actually, until the start of lockdown.
I remember.
And it was because I was staying by myself, and I wanted to take some photos, I am the subject matter by myself. And I just really got into, taking some really cool ones. So I've been taking a lot of portraits over the course of a year, and I got some insight to teach you.
Share with us,
a little
please,
bit. And I do think it's important. I know there are a lot of people out there who are probably thinking it's vain and it's self-centered, but we need photos to represent ourselves on social media for CVs. People do take a look at those photos on CVs, and you've got to represent yourself in the best way possible, not only in your words, but also in your images.
And also with social media playing such a big part in our lives these days, this is how you connect with people. People want to see these pictures, and it speaks life, and it shows the art side to you as well.
Yeah, you can get creative. It's a nice creative outlet, so it's great. So a lot of people aren't very comfortable in front of the camera. So you might want to do this but are too scared, but try these first few tips out and see how they work for you. Bring something to focus on first. So maybe you're not the subject matter in the image per se, but you're holding something or you're doing something else. Maybe you're playing a video game. If you're applying for a CV, maybe you're doing your job. So you pretend that you're doing the thing that you normally do, and then take a photograph, and then you actually are going to be focused on something else instead of posing. Because posing can be quite difficult if you have no experience doing it. So that's my first tip. Bring something else to focus on, so while you take the photo, it looks really good.
Got it.
The other one is standing in a corner. If you're struggling with your location, if you're like, I'm not going to take it, my house looks terrible, I don't have a location that I want to, find a corner in your room and stand in that corner. You'll be surprised at how well the corner will frame you. There'll be lines, there'll be drama lines in that corner, but also it'll make it easier for you to pose because there's not too many ways to stand. And then again, lighting is super important. I cannot stress. All of these tips need great lighting, so make sure that you're very well lit. Rather be more lit than underlit, because especially if you're going to experience lighting, because that's the worst thing. Dark pictures look bad. Make sure you've got a lot of light on your face, and that's really important. If you do have a bigger camera, or if you've got a Samsung now, you've got Pro mode, you can do automatic focus and manual focus. So on your mobile device, or if you've got a Pro camera, try both. I think that's a great way to see what that looks like.
And it's convenience to have your phone with you, like the Samsung. It's just there. You can put it there, put it on a tripod, anything, get the picture, boom.
Exactly. And also take a lot of photos. Don't be scared. You can go through and delete photos, but the more photos you have, you're going to be grateful. You're going to be like, and this one photo just looks perfect. Yeah, Jamie, you know how to pose. I've been taking photos of Jamie behind
Actually, I want to speak about the fact that you took a picture of Zoe earlier on.
Yeah.
And we put it on our social media pages, and a lot of people obviously came through. This? What?
Look, Zoe's really talented at posing.
That is true. You need a face.
But I'm using the rule of thirds here. You can see that I've actually split the image in half, and she's on the one side of the page. There's a nice bit of breathing space on the left-hand side of the photograph, which is really cool. And then obviously, what's important about this photo that I wanted to display is that Zoe's on the set of Expresso, so the logo of Expresso. It's the context. It's that bring something else into focus as well. It's not Zoe's house. You know, we've made it very clear that it's on set. And that's what we want to do. So Zoe could essentially use this photo for her portfolio or a modeling catalog. So that's what's important. The other thing that you can try to do is also use timers and burst modes. So you can set up a camera, and if you're very scared to take a photograph, either have a camera record some video and you just try a couple of poses and then take some screen grabs out of it, or you have a burst mode that shoots a lot of photos at the same time, and then you can go through all of them. And then my last and most important tip is use examples from Pinterest. Go to Pinterest or go to another Instagram account that you like and try copy them as much as you can, because then you'll get to see what makes a good photo and you'll start getting more creative later with your own style.
Grant Hines, we are ready to give you everything. We are ready to serve you. Of course, you can go out and play, try different poses, discover something new about yourself in this process. Again, thanks so much, Grant, for these amazing tips. And 3, 2, 1, give us a... Yes?